What's up, TTC? Moody Vol 89 here. I got a couple things to discuss. I was going to make a video for Western Kentucky, and I totally changed my mind. I didn't feel like there was need to make a video for Western Kentucky. Although I did enjoy the people who did make a video for Western Kentucky. So, thank you. Alright, now, moving on. The game. I'm happy with the game. I'm happy with the way things went. Yes, there's a lot that can be coached off of this game. We had some issues. We got some things we need to work on. But every bit of it's correctable with good coaching. So, I'm going to leave that up to the coaches. Alright, now, people's giving us hell. Or our own people's giving us hell. I mean, there's a lot of people that's just negative for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, we get 7 interceptions in the first quarter. Alright, yes, our offense struggles in the first half of the game. Alright, some things didn't go our way, but most of it did. Okay, the offense wasn't out on the field no time, the whole first half. Alright, so they didn't really have the time to get in any kind of a rhythm. I understand that. But, yes, do we need to make sure that we come out with a vengeance in the beginning of a game? Yes. We should have got out there. We should have been executing better. But I was happy to see our defense getting to the ball, swarming to the ball, stripping the ball. I mean, them guys were out there all over the place, playing fast. You could see it. They knew what they were doing. I mean, you could just... I was very, very impressed with defensive play in the first half. Okay, now, they come out in the second half. Obviously, there was an ass chewing in the locker room or something, I'm sure. The offensive line came out and established the line of scrimmage, and they drove it straight down the field for a touchdown. Okay, people want to say, well, if you take those 7 interceptions out of the game, this was a really tight game. You know, it's what we said it was going to be. Okay, yeah, whatever, man. But that's not the way the game worked out. It's 52-20 win, all right? Another way I look at it is, okay, they scored 20 points. 3 of them was in the second half. That's all they scored in the second half. We beat them by 20 or whatever points, to 3 in the second half. I mean, we dominated that second half. That was exactly the way Tennessee was going to play this game. That's exactly how they were supposed to play this game, and we shut them. We just sealed it away. So how can you be upset with a team coming out and beating a really good Western Kentucky team 20-something to 3 in a whole half of football? And then our defense completely dominating the game in the first half. Okay? Yes, there is things to work on, but it's all correctable. I mean, it's 2 games into the season. Worley's obviously got some work to take care of, but it's correctable. And I believe Worley will get adjusted to these receivers as time goes on. I do believe that. I've not given up on him yet. I know a lot of people already have. They're wanting his head and this and that. I think that's stupid right now because obviously he's the only one that completely has a grasp of this offense right now. He's worked hard to get where he's at. These coaches wouldn't have him in there if he wasn't the best option at the moment. That's not to say that there's not better talent behind him that could come out in the future, whether it's this season some point or whether it's next season. I hope Worley, picks it up and starts making a little bit better throws. I think he will, and I feel confident that he will. There's still progress to be made. This is his 5th, career start, only his 2nd with this being his offense. So give the guy some slack, man. I mean, so far he's managed things well. Yes, he's made some bad throws. Yes, we've had to rely more on the run game. We knew that coming into the season. But I believe as the season goes, we'll be able to rely more on him throwing the ball. End of story. Okay, we're done with Western Kentucky. That game was a good game, in my opinion. This team needed that. They got it. All right, now moving on to Oregon. We're going to go down there in Autzen Stadium, and we're going to whoop some duck ass. Matter of fact, I ate some at a Chinese restaurant last week, and it's pretty damn good. There's no reason Tennessee can't go out here and be victorious in Eugene, Oregon. Watched some tape of Oregon playing Virginia, and I watched them against Nicholas State. They haven't played nobody yet. They're fixing to this weekend. Okay, really, Tennessee hasn't played nobody yet. I mean, yes, Western Kentucky was a much better team than Austin Peay. They've got some really good talent on that team, but nowhere near what we're going to be playing this weekend. So, that's not taking anything away from Western Kentucky. They came out, they played a good game. But, I'm just sick and tired of people undervaluing this team. I believe this team is hungry. I believe there's a lot more talent on this team than they get credit for. I know there's a lot more talent on this team than they get credit for. You know, and what the crap, you know, you look at Oregon. They don't recruit in the top 10 every year. I mean, they just don't recruit like big teams do, but they recruit to what they have and what they need, and they make the best out of it. And that's how they're sitting at number 2 in the nation right now. You know, they coach those players up. They go out and they get the most speed they can get, and they throw them in the mix. But I'm here to tell you right now, Tennessee is a much faster team than what played in 2010. They're a much more hungry team and a much more well-coached team. So they're going to go out there and they're going to beat the living shit out of the Ducks. I don't care what nobody says. End of story. Go TTC. Go Vols. Let's whoop some Duck ass this weekend. Peace.